right, my next guests are the hosts of one of the most popular sports radio talk shows in Southern California. They can be heard daily on the Mighty 690 AM WFCK. Please, I'm kidding! I'm kidding! Chet Forte, Steve Hartman, folks. All right, watch yourself. We're on. You never know when that camera's on.
Nice lead-in. Nice lead-in.
Sorry.
Nice lead-in.
I didn't know you were
him here.
Were you backstage when Lydon came on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he crazed?
Yeah, I don't know if the word is crazed right now, but I don't think he's too happy, you know what I mean?
He was mumbling, Miller.
Yeah.
Miller, right there, yeah.
Well, he wanted something to drink. Okay, let's talk some hard sports here. We got the tourney coming up, down to the 16. Who do you think? I know you're a UCLA fan, right?
Big UCLA fan.
Tell the locals.
Hey, the Brooks!
They got a chance there? I think they got a chance.
No, you know, we had Jim Herrick on the program. We've been taking some shots at UCLA because they're expected to win. You know, they're expected to win this year. And here they come up, and they've not played too well toward the end of the season. And we were a little nervous going to the tournament. I said, if UCLA doesn't at least make it to the Sweet 16, we're going to hang Herrick. I mean, he's gone. But he came through, and so today he calls in. You know, we didn't even call him. He calls us and saying, hey, take a look. Who's in the Sweet 16 now?
Yeah. Well, since they put this freshman kid in at the point guard, they're playing a lot better, aren't they?
A little bit.
Not, you don't think they're going to win?
Does that prove he doesn't know what he's talking about?
Yes,
does that prove what I was saying?
Columbia. What is
Come on, give me a break.
Ivy League.
Chet, you were quite the little scorer yourself, weren't you?
I shot the ball a lot, Dennis.
Now, weren't you the MVP over Chamberlain that year?
Well, I was 1957, right? I was Player of the Year, United Press Player of the Year.
And Will Chamberlain also
Yeah,
played
Will
that
Chamberlain,
year, too.
Elgin Baylor, Hot Rod Hunley. We had a pretty good team.
Jeez, that's something to be proud
those
of.
are the days. But I don't agree with him, naturally. Seldom do I agree with this guy.
Yeah. Who do you think's going to win?
I don't see anybody can beat Duke.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Duke is not only they're a very good team, they're a smart team, Dennis, very smart.
Now, I got a weird theory. This might be really off the... Oh, we were talking about Strawberry earlier. What do you... I think this is Straw again.
Maybe.
Now, you guys kind of have a bone to pick with Straw.
Oh,
Bring
do
it
we?
on.
Oh,
okay,
do
pick
we?
the phone up. Go ahead.
Oh, good.
Straw?
Hello.
Hey, man, I got Hartman here in 40, and I understand you guys have a bit of a feud going. Is that correct?
Well, that's okay. I got a bit of a feud going with just about everybody across the country.
Yeah, but now, Hartman, you got a problem with him about the hypothesis about Doc Gooden, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit about that. I mean, Darryl, this is Steve Hartman. I'm just wondering right now, why now, Darryl? I mean, you came to Los Angeles sort of reborn a little bit here. I thought you had left all that behind you in New York. Had it anything to do with your co-author on that book, Art Rush Jr.?
Well, it had a lot to do. I think a lot had to do with Art Rush writing it the way he wanted to write it. You know, the facts that I came out and spoke about issues that about our 1986 team that won the world championship that year. So many different things happened to so many different players that year. And it wasn't an issue of pointing out Dwight Gooden because he is a very good friend of mine and always will be. And from the fact that the way the New York media tried to stir it up of me saying that Dwight Gooden actually used cocaine, I didn't say that in my book. I said I wouldn't be surprised due to the fact that everything on that ball club that year was kind of crazy around there, and it kind of drove everybody to doing different things with the tremendous amount of pressure that we had. And I think a lot of people don't understand what happens in the inside of sports and inside the clubhouse. I think everybody's looking at the outside, and their image about players and what they think about players is unfair. But I think writing a book, I want to be able to explain the truth so people can really see what players actually go through and what we live through 6 months out of a season playing together. It has nothing to do with friendships and how much you care about a person, but it's the truth that what happens. And that never really gets to the point of being shown because it's always the fact that players are not as close as most people think we are, but we are really close friends. But I don't think they really get to see that because we have to live with it inside the clubhouse.
Darryl, I think I just spent 6 months with you right now. I gotta go. But thanks for calling in, Darryl. We'll talk to you. Bye-bye. Darryl Strawberry. Jeez.
What did he say?
Huh? I don't know. I think think Leiden's hair is flat down now after that answer. Now, quick, I want to hit you with some real quick things here. Instant replay voted down in the NFL, for it or against it?
Well, I'm for instant replay. I was from the beginning. I know television doesn't like it. I've been working in television for a long, long time. I think any aid was a good aid, so I was surprised, Dennis, that they voted it down. They kept on trying to blame it on the incompetence of the referees and everything else, but I think the National Football League killed instant replay themselves. It took them 5-10 minutes to come to a decision, which in turn, they tried to say the referees weren't doing their job. It was a mess. Absolute mess. I think they could have saved it. I think it'll probably be back.
Good riddance, goodbye.
Yeah,
Who needs that replay anymore?
Really
Terrible. The league survived 60 years without it. You know, why do we have it?
And real quick at the end, Pete Rose, should he be in the Hall of Fame or not?
Well, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest players I've ever seen play the game.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I know he's making mistakes, but he's paid for his mistakes, Dennis, so he certainly is one of the greatest ball players I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And if you're going to judge him on his merit as a ball player, he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
It's funny how guys like he and Aaron, Aaron, whenever they talk about greats, they always forget, they don't forget about him, obviously, but when you look at what that guy did, it's just staggering.
Well, I mean, 4,256 career hits. I mean, that record is going to stand forever. Who's going to play long enough to break that record? How can you not have Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame? How can you have a representative Hall of Fame without Pete Rose? It doesn't make any sense. They should get Faye Vincent out of baseball. The commissioner of baseball. Get that guy out of there.
All right. These have been the Sex Pistols, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Kathy Ireland right after this. Thank you, guys.